So you have found the product you want to sell, built a store around it, and now you might be wondering, how do I even start selling and marketing the product? Well, in today's video I will go over exactly how to do that and also reveal my exact strategy I'm using to make over 30,000 euros per day, as you can see over here. And let me just refresh the page for you so you know that the numbers are legit. There you go. Now when it comes to marketing, there are two marketing options you have, and that is organic marketing and paid marketing. And I will go over both of these options so that you can understand and pick the one you believe is the best in your situation. So let's not waste any more time and dive in. Now I want you to know that the marketing you do and the way you approach it will be the key definer to the entire success of your dropshipping business. Everything you do before the marketing will play a huge role later on. So before you even start marketing, you should have found a great product to sell and built a store that is structured for conversions, because without these two things set up properly, your marketing will not be so effective. I have uploaded a video on where I go over how you can find products to sell and how to build a complete Shopify store on my YouTube channel. Trust me, there is no gatekeeping in my videos. These are important to watch before you begin with the marketing. Anyway, once you have all that set up and finished, you are good to go. And that brings us to the first marketing option, which is organic marketing. Now, organic marketing is where you utilize different social media platforms to attract potential customers without spending money on advertising. It's essentially about creating valuable and engaging content that resonates with people and posting it all over social media. So if you do not have a few $100s to spare on ads, then organic marketing is your best option. Because what you're doing is just creating content and posting it for free, which is totally fine. Now of course, organic marketing has been around for a while now, but it recently started getting a lot of attention and users from dropshippers because social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok and YouTube Shorts changed their algorithm in a way that your chances of going viral is much higher compared to before. In front of you is an example of a dropshipping store that is utilizing the organic marketing option. The store name is Cyberplex and they're selling a tech device. They created their Instagram page in July, and if I scroll down to the bottom, you can see that from the first video ever, it gained over 35,000 views. Then the views dropped and went up a little, but over time the store owner was consistent with posting on Instagram, and they eventually had a video strike 2.9 million views, which just proves that if you have a good product and you create engaging content with it, and is consistent with posting, you'll go viral sooner or later. This type of views was very unusual to get so fast back in the day. And remember, the 2.9 million views they got was completely for free, and it most likely made them a few $1,000s. The only thing the store owner had to do was to buy and ship the product to the customers, and the rest of the money was all profit because there's no marketing cost. So many are starting to take advantage of this change in the algorithm. And how this organic marketing option works is pretty simple. I will walk you through the exact steps you need to take in order to do this in the best possible way. Let's begin. Let's say that I'm going to sell this mini sewing machine product. It is basically a product that allows you to sew anywhere, considering that it's portable. So what I will do is go to Amazon, search for the product and order it with the fastest delivery option. Because it is impossible for me to go viral on social media by reusing other people's content. So I obviously need to create my own. Then, after you have ordered the product and received it, what you should do next is set up one Instagram account, one TikTok account, and one YouTube Shorts account. And what you'll be doing is, for every time you create a video, you should post that exact video on all these social media platforms, so that you can fully maximize your chances of going viral on any of these platforms. Maybe Instagram will pick up on your videos, but TikTok and YouTube Shorts won't, or vice versa. So it's just good to diversify your options across these platforms. Anyway, once you've ordered the product and created all the accounts, you need to start creating the content. Sure, it is easier said than done, but what I strongly recommend you to do is to first go out there and search around and see how your competitors are structuring their videos and go with that flow. Because what has worked in the past has a high chance of working in the future again. So maybe you can just somehow copy their video structure. However, your first videos might not be the best, But the more time and effort you put, the better you will get at creating videos. And my advice to you is to keep your videos anywhere between 10 to 25 seconds long, change the clip multiple times and have a good scroll stopper and just experiment around. And try to post 2 to 3 times a day. Then, if you see that a video of yours is doing good, try to replicate it or maybe change the first clip or text and so on. So you just have to be patient with this, but in the end, it should all be worth it for you. Now, to summarize the organic marketing option, of course, it's still possible to make money with it. However, if you have a few $100s to spare on ads, then you can also pursue paid marketing. Now, for paid marketing, it is basically the opposite of organic marketing. You're paying the social media platforms to show your ads to people rather than relying on the social media platforms to push your videos to go viral organically. This marketing option is the industry standard and almost all businesses out there utilize it to run their business. For dropshipping though, the best platforms to do paid marketing are on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. I've personally tried all platforms and have noticed that these are the best. And if you want to learn how to do Facebook and Instagram ads, I've uploaded a video on my YouTube channel called $0 to $1,000 a day in 48 hours dropshipping with Facebook ads. And in that video, I go over everything. However, in this video, I'll walk you through how to set up the TikTok ads, because I'm using TikTok ads to make 30,000 euros per day on my dropshipping store. Let's begin. To set up the TikTok ads, what you want to do is to first get a VPN and turn it on. Because if you live outside of North America, you will not be able to target countries like United States and Canada, for example. I use NordVPN, but you can go with any other one. Just make sure the country your VPN is redirecting to is the United States. Then, after you have your VPN all set up, go to ads.tiktok.com, press create new and follow the instructions on screen to create your TikTok ads account. After your account has been created, tick the don't show this page again checkbox and go to advanced, because this will allow you to have more options when setting up the ads. So what I will do is set up a campaign and create 3 ad groups under it. Each ad group will have 1 ad, so I will in total be testing 3 different ads of the same product, and after a few days of testing, I will choose the ad that performs the best. Now ignore everything you see here and select website conversions, since this is our main goal. For the campaign type below, leave it unchecked and give the campaign a name. I usually just write the product name first and testing campaign after it. Below this we have special ad categories and multiple options. Just leave it as it is and press on continue down here. Next up, give your ad group the name video 1 because again, we will create 3 ad groups, so this will allow us to organize everything better for later. But for now, we will set up the first ad group and do the rest afterwards. For the optimization location, make sure that website is selected. And now we need to set up the TikTok pixel so we can track all the events that are happening when we run the TikTok ads. To do that, go to your Shopify store and in the left bar, press the sales channels text and install the TikTok app. I will speed this process up of me installing the app. Great, so now that the TikTok app has been installed, in here you will need to follow these steps to connect your Shopify store to your TikTok ads manager. I will speed the process up once again since this is pretty straightforward. Once you are done, press on the Finish Setup button, then go back to TikTok and refresh the page. Now when you go back to the TikTok pixel dropdown, you should be able to see your pixel. Select it and in the optimization event, select Complete Payment. Now under that we have placements. Here you need to select placement and make sure that only TikTok is selected. This is very important. And after that, press on the advanced settings link and here, deselect user comment and video download. The reason why we do this is because people usually leave hate comments on TikTok ads, and we do not want that. However, video sharing we will keep it selected because it does not cause any harm when someone shares the ad with a friend, for example. In the targeting section, just have custom targeting selected, and for the location, I usually always go with United States as the location. However, if you are selling in the European market, then you can go with countries like Germany, Netherlands and France. They are pretty strong too. But for this video, I will do United States. For languages, leave it as all, and for gender, we will also leave it as all. But if you're selling a product that is clearly for women, for example, then select women. Consider, however, if the product you're selling can be purchased as a gift, because if it can be a gift, then just go with all. Now for the age, I will only select ages that are 18 plus because people below that age usually do not have debit cards to make purchases online, and I do not want to waste money on advertising to ages from 13 to 17. For spending power, leave it as it is, along with everything else on the targeting section. We will also not touch interests and behaviors because it's not needed for now. We want to give TikTok as much freedom as possible when it comes to running the ads. Below targeting, we have budget and schedule. Here, set the daily budget to $20, which means it will spend $20 for this one ad group, and we will in total have 3 ad groups. So for every ad group it will be $20, and that comes to $60 per day for the testing. Now for the time, always schedule it for midnight of the next day. That is the time everyone goes with when running ads. For day parting, leave it on all day because we are testing now and want to, again, give TikTok the freedom to run and optimize the ads on their own. Lastly, for bidding and optimization, make sure the optimization goal is selected on conversion and the bid strategy on lowest cost, and then press next. For the ad setup, make sure you select Smart Creative Ads before you begin with anything. Ignore the ad name section, but in identity, make sure to upload your store logo and enter your store name in the input, and leave the Spark Ads feature unchecked. For the actual ad format, it will be video. Now, since this is a demonstration on how I set up my TikTok ads, I will not be uploading actual ads for this product. I'm just showing you how to do everything, so I will upload random video ads here. However, if you want to see a video on how I create ad videos, let me know in the comments below. And by the way, you only want to upload one video over here. Next up is the ad text. I always add 5 ad texts, so you want to press the add button until you reach the maximum amount. Then just copy these texts or create ones that are similar to these if you want to, but there's no need for that. Lastly, for the call to action, leave it on dynamic as it currently is and add your product page URL here at the bottom. Make sure that the link you add goes to your product page and not your homepage, and you can ignore this tracking section down here. After you're done with that, you are done with the first ad group. Just press submit and you will be prompted to add a payment method. But don't worry, you will not be charged anything when you enter your details. Okay, so if I go to campaign, we can see that the campaign has been successfully created. If I go inside of it, we have the first ad group that consists of one video, and you can see that by going inside of it as well. However, as I mentioned previously, when I test products on TikTok, I always create 3 ad groups and test 3 different videos. So to create the remaining 2 ad groups, go back to ad group over here, press on copy in the video 1 ad group and create one duplicate of this ad group. Name it video 2 and then press copy. Then inside of it, all you need to do is scroll down to the schedule section and schedule the ad to midnight of the next day again. For some reason, TikTok does not save the scheduled date, so you need to do this. After you're done, press the continue to ads button. In this page, all you have to do is just change the video ad to the second video ad you have, and keep the ad text exactly how it is. After that, press on publish and you're all set with the second ad group. Now just replicate the exact same thing I did, but for the third ad group. The only things you have to change is the schedule date and the video ad to your third video. Okay, so as you can see, I'm not done with setting up the third ad group. You're ready for the testing phase. You should let these ads run for 2 to 3 days because there's the time you need to evaluate the ads and product performance. Great, so now that you know how to set up the TikTok ads, you're ready for the paid marketing option. Otherwise, if you want to try Facebook ads, you can watch the video that I mentioned earlier. But honestly, this strategy is the one that I personally use for many of the stores that I'm running, and it's working very well for me. And also, if you would like to see any other dropshipping video or you have questions about dropshipping in general, please let me know in the comments below. Alright, I hope I was able to give you a clear understanding on how you can start marketing your products. If you found this video useful, make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more valuable content. Take care for now.